Sorry about the reset. All right. So what I'm going to go over today is how to change the strings on a Floyd Rose style bridge. This is my LTD Alexi Leo signature model. I love this guitar, but it does have a Floyd Rose. It's the only one I have that's like it. And if you've ever tried to change the strings with a Floyd Rose, you know that it can be a little bit intimidating at first. So hopefully I'm going to show you a couple little tricks. I'm not a professional at this in any means or by any means. But I've done it a couple times, and hopefully I can show you a few little tricks and secrets. So what we're going to do, the best way to do this if you're changing your strings is actually one at a time. But what we're going to do is I'm going to actually take all the strings off so I can give the fretboard a good oil layer of oil on it and get it looking really nice and good to go. So yeah, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to actually unlock the neck bolts that are locking the strings down. And you should have an Allen wrench that came with your Floyd Rose set. And what we're going to do is we're going to take them off totally right now. Just loosen them all the way. And all it is one small screw with an Allen wrench head that just holds each one on. And I'm gonna do my best to keep it away from the cat that is running around in here like crazy. Hi everybody, greetings. All right, so we got all three of them off. The next thing we want to do before we take any string tension off the strings is this is a trick that I learned. I don't remember where I saw this from, but this is what's worked the best for me. You take a AA battery and wrap electrical tape around it, and we're going to use this to actually block the bridge. So we're going to take our bar, actually put the battery up into the cavity and set it down on top. So that's going to actually stop the bridge itself from tilting upwards and being in a position that we can't work with the rest of the time. If you don't put something to block it, there's a couple different things that you can put. If you don't put something to block it, as soon as you let the tension off the strings, it's just going to rock back and you're going to have to fight it the whole time. So I use a AA battery wrapped in electrical tape. Hello to Russia from the Republic of Crimea, and hello Parker and LV. Please subscribe and like and give me some likes and stuff. Trying to build my channel. So we have the lockers on, we have the bridge blocked. What we're going to do is we're going to now take the tension off the strings by loosening them up. Hang on just 1 second, my cat is acting crazy. Stop her from doing that. There we go. And I'm back. So we're going to loosen the tuning on all the strings to take the tension off. Like I said, the bridge's natural position will be to tilt backwards at this point if you were to do this, but since we have the battery in there, it's just going to rest on the battery and it's going to stop it from getting into a position that we can't work with. So all I've done is just loosen all of the tuning pegs, machine heads, whatever you want to call them. And once all the tension's off, I'm just going to cut them in the middle, just to kind of start getting them out of my way. This guitar is an LTD Alexi Lejos signature. This is the greenie. I think the model number is the ALX 600. I got it on reverb. I've always been a huge fan of Alexi Lejos from Children of Bodom. And when I had the opportunity to buy one of these, I did not pass it up. Gonna start taking the strings out from the headstock. While I fight the cat that is slightly off camera. A Guitar Hero guitar. Well, you know, you have to start somewhere. I've been playing for most of my life, I think. Since I was about 15, 16 years old, and I'm almost 40 now. So when Guitar Hero came out, it actually kind of frustrated me. Let me go throw these away, but I'm gonna keep talking. It actually frustrated me because I had the hardest time playing Guitar Hero. I was never any good at it, but it was a pretty cool party trick to learn the songs on Guitar Hero and do really bad at them, and then actually pick up a guitar and play it for other people. They thought that was a pretty funny thing. So what we're going to do now is take the strings out of the bridge itself. It's the same style little Allen wrench locking mechanism. So we're just gonna move the block back a little bit. It's gonna give us enough room to pop our strings out, the remainder of them. But when I did start learning guitar, most of it was just off of things like YouTube videos, little message boards and on AOL at the time. So it was kind of like a self-taught type thing. And I fell in love with it. I've done it almost all of my life. Go throw these string pieces away so the cat does not play with them. Her name is Skeletor. She is a Sphinx. She loves to make every task just a little harder. $150 for the guitar. You want to buy this guitar for $150. How much do you think this guitar costs? It wasn't crazy. It wasn't a crazy amount for this guitar. I'm going to be honest. It wasn't, you know, something for the cat. Absolutely not. I think the cat was actually more expensive than the guitar. So, and we love her too much. So we have everything out, and she's taking the Allen wrenches. You're close. I think I paid $1,200 for it, Jason. And I think that's pretty much a standard market price for it. It's, I didn't feel like I got too much of an inflated price on it. Got it off Reverb. It was used. I think it was a floor model in a music store, but we have all the strings off right now. So what we're gonna do is put a little bit of lemon oil on the fretboard. I want to put a little bit on each one to where it's kind of like a glisten. You can see it's getting covered. And here in a second, I'll show you the inlays. It has like an abalone, a green mother of pearl or abalone inlays on this thing, and it looks really, really nice. Well, if I had a guitar signed by Jimi Hendrix, I promise you I wouldn't let anyone near it either. So I wouldn't take that too personally. It's probably worth a lot of money. That's your future retirement fund. Getting a little bit of oil on each fret. And I believe what this does is kind of helps get moisture into the fretboard itself. Kind of keeps it looking good. I'm in Louisiana, so there's a lot of weird weather patterns, and we're humid sometimes of the year, and sometimes we're not. Alto saxophone, I've never been able to play anything like that. My brother played a trombone when I was a child, and I think I tried to mess around with that. And I never got anywhere with the trombone. Well, I can tell you, he probably paid a pretty penny for that guitar, especially if it's signed. That's a really cool thing to have, and especially in today's world where a lot of those old relics are either getting just tremendously overpriced and put online. It's really cool to have something like that. So here's the actual fret markings on this thing. It's called a sawtooth, and it's a green abalone. Kind of looks like pearl. You're from Louisiana? Where at? Yeah, I'm huge, and people will probably make fun of me for saying this, but I'm huge on how a guitar looks as well as how it sounds, and I love the green sawtooth abalone on this, so that was definitely one of the selling points for me. Michigan. I had some family up from Michigan, but that's entirely too cold for me, I can tell you that. I think it snowed for one of the first times in a long time here, like real snow, in a very long time this year, and that was enough. I think it was 2 days worth of crap that I hope I never have to deal with again. And all I'm doing right now is I'm letting this oil kind of sit in. A lot of money for it, but actually giving my dad as a gift. Well, that's even more special that he didn't have to pay for it. Bogalusa. I'm in Lake Charles. Yeah, I can't do snow. It's pretty to look at. It's fun for about 20 minutes, and that's it. It's hard to explain to people who like up north, like when we have snow here, it shuts our entire city down. We don't have school, we can't get to work, our infrastructure is not really made for it. So it's a huge deal. Looks like most of our oil has been absorbed. And so what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna start prepping our strings to put back onto the guitar. So here's gonna be a huge difference. Well, I appreciate you watching even though you don't play, Parker. That's awesome. I'm glad I could keep someone's attention. And that obviously I'm interesting enough. So one thing that we're gonna have to do to these strings that doesn't happen on a regular guitar is we're gonna cut off the ball at the end. And that's because there's no real place for it to go on the Floyd Rose style bridge. So I'm gonna get that cut off. Where's Bogalusa? Is that north or is that east over there towards like Baton Rouge area? And I actually have a coworker who he just got transferred to our location, and he's from just over. He's from the Michigan area, but he's just over the border in Canada. Is where he was living, and when he saw the snow here, he thought it was hilarious because everything basically shuts down for a week because of the snow, and he thought it was the funniest thing just to watch us all struggle in the snow. Well, good. Is it because I'm talking, or am I explaining it well? I'd love to know. Let me know, Parker. You carve wood, Jason. So I have been really, really into my profession that I've done for most of my life is firefighting. So like woodwork and leather work is something that I've come to really appreciate. And I really think that kind of stuff is really cool. Trying to pull this string through. So it's south of Baton Rouge? How much snow did y'all get, Jason? Thank you, Parker. That's some good feedback. What I'm doing right now is I'm putting the string through that machine head and tightening it up, putting some tension on it. All right, got it wrapped a couple times. I'm gonna cut the excess off. Skeletor. See, this is why I can't do anything with the cat. Let me put her up and I'll be right back. Okay, I completely forgot what we were talking about. So I was talking about snow. I was talking about my new coworker from the Canada region, up there by Michigan, and where Bogalusa is. Yeah, the snow was terrible. I had to work in it, and I was pretty much over it real quick. So I got this first string on. We're gonna move on to the next one. Favorite song. So that's a really hard question, especially to ask someone who is a musician, like what's your ultimate favorite song? I would probably say that it would be something from probably Metallica. I'm a huge Metallica fan. I have been most of my life. I know for some reason they get a lot of hate nowadays, but I don't really know why. But probably the song "And Justice for All." That was one of my favorite songs growing up. It's still something that I listen to today, and I would probably say that's one of my favorite songs and favorite albums for sure. So you got a lot of work during the hurricanes, huh, Jason? Master of Puppets. I'm really happy with the commercial success they've gotten with Master of Puppets since when they did the Stranger Things. Yeah, it was nice to see Metallica get a lot of newfound commercial popularity with that. Yeah, so I think it was one of the last seasons they used Master of Puppets as part of like when they go to back to the land of whatever it was, I don't remember. That was how they defeated like the big enemy at the end, was they played Master of Puppets on the guitar, and the guitar solo like melted his face and stuff. It was great. I would love to get one of Metallica's guitars, or a style just like that. The Upside Down, thank you. I don't remember what I was going to say I thought it was, but it wasn't the Upside Down, so I definitely would have gotten it wrong. So what I'm doing still, just pulling these strings through. Yeah, I think I watched maybe the first season of Stranger Things, when it first came out. Never watched any more after that. I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't be opposed to going back and watching the rest of the stuff. It was very well done, I thought. Freezing up. Well, I don't know what I can do about it, honestly. Stick with it. Is it freezing up, or am I just I just got quiet for a second. I was deep in thought. Good, good, good. Guess we lost the Bogalusa guy. So that's 3 strings down. I got let's see here. 3 to go. I am from here in Louisiana. Born and raised. Man, I used to read some. My wife reads a lot. I don't really read any at all anymore. When I did read, I enjoyed things like nonfiction, like science type stuff. My favorite author was Mary Roach. It's 5 out of 6. I wish that I could sit down and read a book. The older I get, the more ADHD I get, I think. My kids loved, I believe it was the Harry Potters. Pretty sure. And that's it. I got all 6 strings on. What we're gonna do after this is we're gonna relock the nut back on, and then we're gonna take the battery out and just tune over time, and it should come out to a level, even bridge. Just be very patient with it. Thank you guys for sitting here chatting with me. Look for my lives in the future. We'll keep doing this. Please subscribe, give me some likes, and yeah. Thank you.